In the annals of human history, there are events so unsettling, so shrouded in mystery, that they leave an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. These are the stories of lives cut short, of questions left unanswered, of enigmas that continue to baffle even the most seasoned investigators. Prepare yourself, dear viewer, as we delve into the chilling world of unsolved crimes where every clue is a breadcrumb, every theory a potential dead end. These are the top 10 unsolved murder mysteries that still haunt us. Our journey begins on the sun-drenched shores of Somerton Beach, Adelaide, Australia. It is December 1st, 1948. The morning sun reveals an unsettling sight. A man, impeccably dressed, lies dead on the sand. There are no signs of struggle, no identification, no indication of who this man was or how he met his end. He becomes known simply as the Somerton Man. The only lead, a scrap of paper tucked away in a hidden pocket, bears a cryptic inscription, Tamam Shud, meaning finished or ended in Persian. Decades have passed, and the Somerton Man's true identity remains an enigma. Was he a spy, a heartbroken lover? The answer, it seems, lies buried with him. We journey now to the desolate, snow-covered peaks of the Ural Mountains in Russia. It is February 1959, and a group of 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, are on an expedition into the unforgiving wilderness. Weeks later, their tent is discovered, ripped open from the inside, as if in a desperate attempt to escape an unknown terror. The bodies of the hikers are found scattered nearby, some partially clothed, others bearing horrific injuries. Theories abound: an avalanche, a military experiment gone awry, even encounters with mythical creatures. But none fully account for the bizarre details. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most perplexing and unsettling mysteries in mountaineering history. Our next stop takes us to the isolated Bavarian countryside, to a small farmstead known as Hinterkaifeck. It is 1922, and a palpable sense of dread hangs over the farm. Days before the tragedy, Andreas Gruber confides in neighbors about unsettling discoveries, footprints in the snow leading to the house but none leading away. On the evening of March 31st, the unthinkable occurs. Andreas Gruber, his wife Kazilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, her 2 young children, and the family maid are brutally murdered. The killer remains hidden within the farmhouse for several days, tending to the livestock and even eating their food. Despite a thorough investigation, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved, a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic settings. Chapter 4. The Zodiac Killer, a Cipher of Terror. Our journey takes us to San Francisco in the late 1960s. A specter haunts the city, taunting authorities with cryptic messages. The Zodiac Killer, a symbol of fear and uncertainty. His reign begins with random attacks on young couples. Despite numerous leads, his identity remains a mystery. His ciphers have stumped cryptographers for decades. The Zodiac Killer vanished, leaving fear and unanswered questions. Chapter 5. The Black Dahlia, a gruesome spectacle in the City of Angels, Hollywood, 1947. Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, is found brutally murdered. Her body is bisected, her face slashed into a grotesque grin. Despite countless leads, the case remains unsolved. The killer was never brought to justice. Chapter 6. The Boy in the Box, a child lost and found, but never forgotten. Our journey takes a heartbreaking turn as we arrive in Philadelphia, 1957. A chilling discovery in a wooded area on the outskirts of the city captures the nation's attention. A young boy, no more than 6 years old, is found discarded in a cardboard box, his tiny body bearing the marks of abuse and neglect. The boy becomes known as America's unknown child. Despite countless hours of investigation, his identity remains a mystery. Then, in 2022, a breakthrough DNA analysis and genealogical research finally revealed his identity to be Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Yet, the question of who killed him and why continues to haunt investigators and the public alike. Chapter 7. The Isdal Woman, a Cipher in the Ice Valley. Our pursuit of the unexplained leads us to the rugged, breathtaking landscape of Norway, to a desolate valley known as Isdalen. In November 1970, hikers find the charred remains of a woman. Known as the Isdal Woman, her identity is a mystery. Labels removed from her clothing, fingerprints obscured, wigs, multiple passports, and coded diary entries. Was she a spy? A victim of an experiment? Her secrets remain locked in the Norwegian mountains, a chilling reminder of unsolved mysteries. Chapter 8. The Vanishing of the Sodder Children, a Christmas Eve Nightmare. Our journey takes us to Fayetteville, West Virginia, on Christmas Eve 1945. The Sodder family's festive spirit is shattered when a fire engulfs their home. George and Jenny Sodder escape with 4 children, but 5 vanish. The fire burns quickly, and the children's remains are absent. Whispers of kidnapping and vendetta circulate. The Sodder children vanish, a haunting reminder of tragedy. Chapter 9. The Murder of John Benet Ramsey, a beauty queen's tragic end, December 26, 1996, Boulder, Colorado. 6-year-old John Benet Ramsey is found lifeless in her family's basement. A garrote around her neck, a ransom note nearby. The case becomes a media frenzy, theories swirl but remains unsolved. John Benet's tragic end remains a haunting mystery. Chapter 10. The Disappearance of MH370, a mystery lost in the skies. Our final destination takes us to the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Indian Ocean. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 vanishes from radar screens. Carrying 239 people, the Boeing 777 disappears. Despite an international search effort, the plane's wreckage remains elusive. The lack of a distress signal and the silence from the cockpit deepen the mystery. Theories abound: mechanical failure, hijacking, or a deliberate act. The disappearance of MH370 remains a